Hey there, go-getters! Today, we're diving into the incredible world of project management. Think of the project lifecycle as your trusty roadmap to project success. Just like you wouldn't hit the road without a map, you shouldn't start a project without a project lifecycle. Whether you're launching a new product, planning a dream wedding, or tackling a complex construction project, the project lifecycle is your secret weapon. It breaks down the entire project journey into manageable phases. So buckle up, and let's explore the exciting world of the project lifecycle together. Now that you know how important the project lifecycle is, let's break down its phases. While specific names may vary, the core concepts remain the same. First up, we have initiation. This is where you define the project scope, goals, and objectives. Next comes planning. This phase involves creating a detailed roadmap, outlining tasks, timelines, resources, and budgets. Then, we move on to execution. This is where the magic happens. Teams collaborate, tasks are completed, and the project starts to take shape. Throughout the execution phase, we have monitoring and controlling. Finally, we reach closure, where the project is formally completed, deliverables are handed over, and the team celebrates its accomplishments. Let's dive into the first type of project lifecycle, the predictive lifecycle, often called the waterfall model. Picture a waterfall cascading down from a cliff. That's how this model works, a linear and sequential approach. In the waterfall method, each phase flows into the next, with minimal overlap. This approach is great for projects with well-defined requirements and minimal anticipated changes. However, it's important to note that the waterfall method is less flexible. But don't worry, we'll explore other project lifecycle types that embrace change later on. Now, let's shake things up with the iterative lifecycle. This approach is all about embracing repetition and continuous improvement. Imagine baking a cake. You wouldn't just throw all the ingredients together at once, would you? Instead, you mix, bake, taste, adjust, and repeat until you achieve that perfect flavor. Similarly, the iterative lifecycle involves breaking down the project into smaller cycles called iterations. Each iteration involves planning, execution, testing, and evaluation. This allows for feedback and adjustments along the way, making it easier to adapt to changing requirements. It's all about learning, adapting, and delivering a stellar product. Ready for another awesome approach? Let's explore the incremental lifecycle. This method is all about delivering value in stages, like building a house brick by brick. Instead of waiting for the entire project to be completed, you break it down into smaller, manageable chunks called increments. Each increment represents a functional portion of the final product. This approach is fantastic for projects where early delivery of value is crucial. Imagine building a website. With the incremental lifecycle, you could launch with a basic homepage, then gradually add features like a blog, contact form, and online store. This allows users to start experiencing the website's value right away, while you continue to build and enhance it over time. Hold on tight because we're diving into the world of Agile with the adaptive lifecycle. This approach is all about flexibility, collaboration, and responding to change like a boss. Think of a jazz band improvising a melody. They adapt to each other's cues, creating something beautiful and spontaneous. Similarly, the adaptive lifecycle embraces change as an opportunity. It involves short, iterative cycles called sprints, where teams work collaboratively to deliver incremental value. Constant feedback and adaptation are key to success. Imagine developing a mobile app in a rapidly changing market. It's all about staying ahead of the curve and delivering exceptional results in a dynamic environment. Who says you can't have it all? The hybrid life cycle combines the best aspects of predictive and adaptive approaches. It's like having your cake and eating it too. This flexible approach allows you to tailor the PLC to your project's specific needs. For instance, you might use a predictive approach for well-defined phases like planning and design, while embracing an adaptive approach for development and testing. This allows for structure and stability where needed, while still allowing for flexibility and adaptation along the way. Think of planning a large conference. You might use a predictive approach for logistics like booking the venue and securing speakers. However, you could use an adaptive approach for content creation and marketing, allowing you to respond to attendee feedback and industry trends. With so many PLC options, how do you choose the right one for your project? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are a few key factors to consider. Project complexity. For simple, straightforward projects, a predictive approach might be suitable. However, for complex projects with evolving requirements, an iterative, incremental, or adaptive approach might be more appropriate. Team experience. If your team has a strong track record with a particular PLC, it might make sense to stick with what you know. However, don't be afraid to explore new approaches if they better suit the project's needs. Client involvement. Some clients prefer a more structured approach with clear milestones, while others are comfortable with a more flexible, collaborative approach. Remember, the most important thing is to choose a PLC that aligns with your project goals, team capabilities, and stakeholder expectations. Before we wrap up, let's quickly differentiate between the project lifecycle, PLC, and the product lifecycle. While they sound similar, they serve different purposes. The PLC, as we've discussed, focuses on managing the project from initiation to closure. It's all about delivering the project on time, within budget, and to the required standards. The product lifecycle, on the other hand, focuses on the journey of a product from its initial concept to its eventual decline. Think of it this way. The PLC is about building the car, while the product lifecycle is about the car's journey from the factory to the junkyard. While they are distinct concepts, they are often interconnected. Congratulations, you've reached the finish line. You're now well-versed in the world of the project life cycle. Remember, the PLC is your roadmap to project success, guiding you through each phase and helping you deliver exceptional results. Whether you're a seasoned project manager or just starting, understanding the different PLC types and when to use them is crucial. So, embrace the power of the PLC, adapt it to your project's unique needs, and watch your project soar to new heights. Now go out there and make those project dreams a reality.